I used to walk into games terrified, heart pounding, palms sweating, mind racing through every way I could fail. And the worst part, nobody could see it. To everyone else, I looked like a confident baseball player, just, warming up for another game. But inside, I was at war with myself. And I played like that for years until I built something that changed everything. It wasn't a new swing, not more reps in the cage. No, a pregame routine for my mind. Today, I'm going to give you the 5 things I did before every game that took me from that scared kid in the dugout to a guy who could stand on deck in Game 7 of the World Series facing Aroldis Chapman and actually feel ready and confident. And your son can start doing every single one of these tonight. Here's what most ball players do before a game, though. They'll show up, they take BP, they stretch, throw, and then they walk to the dugout and wait for the game to start. And mentally, they've done nothing. No focus work, no visualization, no intention setting. So when the first pitch comes, they're operating on whatever emotion walked in the door with them. So if it was a bad day at school, well, that's the energy they carry to the plate. Fight with their parents or girlfriend on the drive over, well, that's what's sitting in their head during the first at-bat. And then we wonder why they're inconsistent. Why some days they look like a true just all-star and unbreakable. And other days they look like they've never played. It's because their mental state is random. There is absolutely no system. There's no routine. Been there and done that. And listen, trust me, I'm not judging. That was me. I played minor league baseball for years without a real pregame mental routine. BP, stretch, throw, hope I feel good today. And it worked until it didn't. In AA, I hit 180 through 200 at bats, .180. My swing wasn't broken. My body was fine. My preparation was the same as always. What was broken? What was going on between my ears? I was thinking about my average, what the coaches thought, whether I was going to get released or not. And I was carrying all of that to the plate every single night, literally every single night. It wasn't until I realized the pregame routine isn't optional. It's the most important thing you do all day. And once I built one, literally everything changed. And here are the 5 components of the pregame routine I used from AA through the World Series and have now taught this to thousands of athletes around the world. Component 1 is the mental movie. So before every game, I would close my eyes and watch a highlight reel in my mind. These aren't just random highlights, very specific. My best at-bats, my best defensive plays, moments where I competed the way I wanted to. I'd see myself, feel the confidence, feel the looseness. When you visualize something very vividly, your brain fires the same neural pathways as if you were actually doing it. And by the time I walked to the plate, my brain had already rehearsed success. 5 minutes, sometimes less, but those 5 minutes prime the brain. The key is making it specific, not, I'm going to have a great game. That's too vague. I'm going to see the ball out of his hand, stay through the middle, and trust my hand. That's a mental movie. Component 2, BAM, breath and mind mastery. So BAM is what I call meditation for athletes. And I know the second you hear meditation, half of you probably just checked out. I get it. I thought the same thing at first, but here's what BAM actually is. So you close your eyes, focus on your breath, in through your nose, down into the belly, back out through your nose. When your mind wanders, this is the big part. Bring it back. That's the rep. Every time you bring your mind back to focus, it is huge. Just like think of it as a bicep curl for your brain. When you train that daily, even for just 5 minutes, you get faster at recognizing when you're spiraling during a game and faster at pulling yourself back. And that's what I call AA, the awareness action loop in real time. Awareness. Oh, I notice in my head I'm spiraling. Then action, I reset. And BAM is how you build that muscle. I did this before every single game, 5 to 10 minutes, eyes closed, headphones in, just me and my breath. Component 3, flip the switch. So this one changed a lot. Every athlete has 2 versions of themselves. Their best self, which is confident, loose, and competing, and their worst self, tight, overthinking, playing scared. I call the best version of myself the hungry lion, the worst version, the scared sheep. Before every game, I would deliberately flip the switch into the hungry lion. Close my eyes, deep breath, visualize flipping on a light switch and step into that version. Different posture, different walk, different energy, different self-talk. Some guys use animals, some use superheroes or different phrases. Kobe Bryant became the Black Mamba. It doesn't matter what you call it. What matters is that you have a deliberate moment where you decide who you're going to be tonight. Because if you don't choose it, the game will choose it for you. Component 4, the anchor word. Before every game, I picked one word to carry to the plate, to the field, to every moment. Compete, attack, trust, breathe. It can be anything. Your brain can only hold one conscious thought at a time. That's neuroscience. So if you're holding trust, there's no room for everybody's watching. Oh God, don't mess up. I'd write it on my wristband, under the bill of my hat. Every time I needed it, there it was. One word replaces 1,000 bad thoughts. Now, component 5, the BFS check. This is the final piece and the one you can use between every single pitch. BFS stands for body language, focus, and self-talk. Before every game and during the game, I'd scan all 3. Body language. Am I carrying myself like a big leaguer, like the best version of me? Head up, shoulders back. Focus. Where's my attention? Locked on this pitch or thinking about my last at-bat? And self-talk. Am I saying, what's that inner dialogue? Am I feeding the hungry lion or the scared sheep? 3 things, all in your control, 3 seconds to check. When one is off, you know exactly what fix. So let me tell you what this looked like on the biggest stage of all. 2016 World Series, Game 7, Cleveland versus Chicago. Bottom of the 8th. The Cubs bring in Aroldis Chapman, the hardest throwing pitcher in baseball, and I'm there. I'm standing on deck. My heart was pounding, for sure. But here's the thing. I'd been there before. Not physically, mentally. I'd visualized this moment in the mental movie that we talked about. I've done my BAM session. I flipped the switch into the hungry lion. My anchor word for that night, compete. And when I stepped in, I ran my BFS check. Body language, chest up, loose grip, focus, see the ball, self-talk. Bring it on, Chapman. This is what I trained for. The fear was still there, but it wasn't running the show. The routine was. Not because I was fearless, because I was prepared. Now, let's recap the 5 components. 1, the mental movie. See it before you do it. 2, BAM. Train your focus like you train your body. 3, flip the switch. Choose who you're going to be before the game chooses for you. 4, the anchor word. One word replaces 1,000 bad thoughts. And 5, the BFS check. Body language, focus, self-talk. 3 seconds to reset. Your son can literally start this tonight. Those are 5 of the tools I teach. But inside Unlocked, my full program, we go much, much deeper. The specific visualization scripts, the daily BAM audio tracks, the journaling template, checklist for success that tracks all of it, and the community of athletes and families that are going through it all together. Because knowing this isn't enough. You have to train it intentionally. And if you want to learn more about Unlocked and how it works and how your son can start building this routine, click the link below. And if you got value from this video, drop a comment. Tell me which of the 5 you're going to start with tonight. And as always, please remember, it's not about winning. It's about becoming a winner. I'll see you in the next one.